Commentary on Gospel of John 6:60 to 71. This passage captures a decisive moment where the teaching of Jesus exposes the inward posture of his hearers. The discourse on the bread of life reaches its climax, not in universal acceptance, but in division, revealing who truly perceives and who merely follows outwardly. Verses 60 to 62. The offense of spiritual truth. Many disciples respond, "This is a hard saying. Who can hear it?" The difficulty is not intellectual, but spiritual. The words of Jesus confront natural expectations, particularly the desire for a visible, tangible kingdom and a material provision of bread. From a grace-centered perspective, the issue is not that the teaching is obscure, it contradicts reliance on human effort and external systems. The language of eating and drinking points to participation in his life, not through works, but through union. Jesus' response exposes their resistance. He knew their murmuring. The offense arises because his teaching dismantles the framework of performance-based righteousness and replaces it with a reality rooted in himself. When he asks, "What if you should see the Son of Man ascend?" he points beyond earthly expectations to a completed redemptive work. The ascension signals not absence, but fulfillment, the transition from a physical, localized presence to a fully realized, covenantal reality. Verse 63, Spirit and life versus flesh. It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. This is the interpretive key to the entire discourse. The flesh, human effort, religious striving, and natural understanding cannot produce life. Life is entirely the work of the Spirit. The words of Jesus are not meant to be understood carnally. They are spirit and life, meaning they communicate a reality that transcends physical categories. The emphasis is not on literal consumption, but on spiritual participation in what he accomplishes. This aligns with a fulfilled redemptive framework. Life is not progressively earned or accessed through rituals, but is fully given through the completed work of Christ. The Spirit makes this reality known and experienced. Verses 64 to 66. Unbelief revealed. Despite being called disciples, many do not believe. Their association with Jesus was external, not rooted in true perception. Jesus' statement that no one can come unless it has been granted emphasizes divine initiative. Coming to him is not the result of human willpower, but of revelation, an unveiling granted by the Father. When many turn back, it reveals a separation between those who followed for benefits and those who perceived the deeper reality. The departure is not a loss of true life, but an exposure of what was never truly present. Verses 67 to 69, the confession of life. Jesus turns to the 12. Do you also want to go away? Peter's response is pivotal. Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. This confession recognizes that life is not found in systems, traditions, or self-effort, but in the person of Christ. Eternal life is not merely future duration. It is the present reality contained in his words and work. We have come to believe and know. This speaks of settled assurance, not striving. It reflects a revelation that has already taken hold. Verses 70 to 71. The presence of betrayal. Jesus acknowledges that one among them is a devil, referring to Judas. This demonstrates that proximity to truth does not equal participation in it. Judas represents those who are outwardly aligned but inwardly disconnected from the reality being revealed. Even within the immediate circle, the distinction remains. True life is not determined by position, but by participation in what Christ embodies and accomplishes. Summary insight. This passage reveals a transition from external religion to internal reality. The teaching of Jesus confronts all reliance on the flesh and redirects entirely to the Spirit. Life is not attained, it is received through him. The division among the disciples is not accidental. It is the natural result of truth unveiling the heart. Some are offended because the message removes human contribution. Others remain because they recognize that everything is found in him. At its core, this moment is about recognition, seeing that life is not something to achieve, but something already present in the one who speaks.